Dogs are man's best friend. Some are even there, watching us grow inside our homes. They are there when we are crying over a toy that we can't grasp, or when we laugh so hard because we find them too funny and cute. They never leave us alone, even when we are out the whole day studying at school. We come home to find them waiting for us. They accompany us when we are doing our homework or just relaxing at home while watching a movie. In every milestone, they are always behind us, showing us unconditional love and support. Even when it's finally time to build our own family, they still pledge their loyalty to us. Because in their eyes, we will forever be a child that cries over some silly toys, a friend they will always be waiting for to come home from school, a longtime companion, and someone that they will cherish until they die. But have you ever wondered what it would be like to observe all that in the eyes of our canine friends, to see yourself from your dog's point of view? What would it be like to see the world from their perspective? Would everything be different? According to what most people knew about how they see the world, dogs don't see color and everything is a blur. But science can tell you more about how unique their eyes are, even though everything may look dull and vague to them. In line with that, looking at some hunting dogs, if their eyes are that special, is it possible that they can see better than humans? What makes their vision different from humans? In this episode of Science Curiosities, Science Times will answer who has a better vision, humans or dogs. Do subscribe to our channel to not miss out on topics like these. For now, keep on watching this video. There are a lot of overlapping factors of what makes both visions, a human and a dog, better. In short, it will be hard to conclude if humans' eyes have far more potential than that of dogs and vice versa. When we talk about the anatomy of an eye, dogs have more rods in their retina. Rods are a photoreceptor cell in one's retina that are sensitive to light levels, responsible for stimulating light in the eyes. As dogs have more of them, they are equipped with stronger vision at night or during the dark. Humans have fewer rods in their retina, explaining the fact that we tend to walk slowly and feel our surroundings by using our hands when there is no light. We go blind in a snap once it's dark and someone turns off the lights. But dogs, they can even run in a forest late at night, not afraid, just excited. How amazing would that be? Adding to this, dogs have what they call tapetum lucidum. It refers to the iridescent film or the reflective lighting behind their retina. This makes their visual sensitivity in low light stronger, as it can reflect light even in the dark. The iridescent film also explains why our dogs' eyes seem to glow whenever we take a picture of them in low light. Their eyes glow in a blue-green reflection, parallel to how humans' eyes turn red in low-light photography. On another angle, even though the color spectrum between the vision of a dog and a human is quite similar, dogs can only distinguish gray, brown, blue, and yellow tones. This is because dogs have only 20% of cones compared to the number of cones humans have in their retinas. Cones are also a photoreceptor cell in the retina that initiate the conversion of light into electrical signals to be decoded by the brain. As humans have more of these than dogs, their color vision or ability to distinguish differences in hue is broader. Dogs' diachromatic vision, referring to the blue and yellow cones, can only allow their eyes to see about 10,000 color combinations. In comparison, humans' trichromatic vision, which refers to the red, green, and blue cones, can process up to 10 million color combinations. But you might wonder, aren't dogs also advantageous because of their rod-abundant retina? Yes, but rods only work in low light, thus explaining their more awakened vision at night compared to humans, and the overlay of grayish tones in their vision during the daytime. Photopic vision, or the eye's vision in well-lit places, is humans' upper hand thanks to their cone-abundant retina. For dogs, their edge is their scotopic vision, or the eye's vision in low-light conditions. One can say that a dog's vision is similar to that of a person suffering from the impairment of red-green color blindness. Going back to the role of rods in the eyes, as they are placed in the outer areas of the retina, they are also responsible for giving both dogs and humans peripheral vision. But for dogs, as their eyes are situated farther apart, with a degree and angle of 20, not to mention their rod-abundant retina, they have better peripheral vision than humans. The wider field of vision helps them identify potential danger much faster than humans. Dogs are said to have around 250 degrees of scope of vision. Humans, on the other hand, have better binocular vision, which refers to the central vision where the two eyes overlap at one point. This point describes the most detailed and clear view of something. Dogs lack depth perception, as they tend to have less overlap, and adding to that is how their noses are positioned, further compromising and blocking their binocular or central vision. But there are some instances where a canine breed like sighthounds can have better binocular vision. Another thing that puts canines at an advantage is their motion sensitivity or visibility, which is about 20 times higher. Research says that dogs can see about 80 images and humans at less than 20 images per second. But in contrast, dogs lack visual acuity or sharpness of vision. With 3 times lower than the visual acuity of humans, according to Swedish researchers, they cannot identify and describe in detail what is far from them. The Snellen chart compares the visual acuity between a dog and a human. It was found that humans even scored higher than the average normal vision when distinguishing shapes and details from a significant distance, with a score of 20/15. Even so, thanks to dogs' motion detection, they get a slight clue of what's coming on their way and are able to be alert to protect themselves and their owners if danger is what's waiting for them. As canines commonly have blurry vision with 20/70 as their normal vision, they have to be 20 feet away from an object, which a human with a perfect 20/20 vision can see at 75 feet. Still, there are also some instances where a canine, like Labradors, or the most common breed for a service dog, have eyesight nearing the perfect 20/20 vision. We can say that dogs are more nearsighted compared to humans. As stated by an article, they would need their seeing eye dogs if they were humans with that kind of eyesight. And compared to humans, dogs tend to have a different point of view as they always tend to look up to see eye to eye with their owners. This could also be one of the things that put them at a disadvantage. There really are a lot of overlapping factors to say that dogs can see better than humans or vice versa. There is no better than the other. We can only compare their differences and highlight each of their edges. Between a dog and a human vision, there's some give and take relationship. Like how dogs can see better at night, humans can rely on them. And just like how humans can recognize things from afar away, they can also guide their dogs. In short, they can depend on each other. This may be why a dog and a human are naturally best friends from the get-go. Interested to learn more? You can read the full article linked below. Please give this video a thumbs up and comment below on other topics you want us to cover. Subscribe to Science Times to always be the first to watch the next episodes in the series.